Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. Referee for this event, Tom Vallas.
All right, sorry about that. We're back. I got caught up a little bit coming out of the ring. People want to talk about the after party. Tried to get us to come out there, over there at Park.
They're going.
I know.
Okay,
over there on 14.
Dancing.
Here we go. They started off round number 1. Tom always starts them off. Wow. Pierre just jumps right on top of him. Pierre Amon in the red gloves. We're talking
with the takedown. I don't know if this is what Pierre wants to be. Maybe.
Mike Vallas
Pierre
in the blue gloves.
Calm down. Yep.
Pierre fighting out of MMA. Of course, Mike is fighting out of Maxim BJJ. This definitely is the first fight for Mike Vallas, and we see he's fighting in the blue gloves. Tall kid standing 6'3", maybe basketball.
Maybe that should have been the sporty.
As Pierre does a couple of moves. Both these guys weighing over 185. They had, of course, the weigh-ins last night.
They missed weigh-in?
No, I'm guessing they were there. I'm just guessing. But, I mean, 185, I mean, that's maybe right, 185.
Yeah, 185.
This is a middleweight bout. Pierre Amon fighting in the red gloves. Mike Vallas in the blue gloves.
It's tough to call fights like this because I actually go to the same affiliate school as Pierre.
Right.
So I want to coach him, but I'm sure that's against the rules.
I'm definitely telling you it's against the rules.
Pierre needs to look out for this ankle lock.
So do you get a chance to spar with Pierre?
Yeah, I spar with Pierre. He's a little new. He's a good stand-up. Very good stand-up. Stop playing the leg lock game.
I'm going to say both fighters trying to get this leg lock, and I don't know who's going to get it first.
He's got the heel hook.
I don't know who's got it first.
I thought he was going to snap Pierre's knee.
That's one of the things that I noticed when we first started this event, like 00 Fights 1 or 00 Fights 2, we had one broken limb, and I haven't seen one since, and I don't want to jinx us because it didn't sound very healthy when it happened.
He's going for the foot lock now. It doesn't look like either one of these guys are very good on the ground.
I'm getting ready to say that both fighters just look entangled right now. There's no actual any type of arm bar, leg lock.
Yeah.
Mike Vallas now is taking control of this.
Mike is on top, but Mike can't keep the top position. Doesn't look like either one of them.
Pierre's just a little stronger.
Yeah, Pierre's definitely stronger. Even that kick looked very weak. I don't know what Mike's doing in this.
And slow.
Yeah.
And slow. When you're 6'3" and you try to kick somebody, it needs to be a little quicker.
Absolutely. And Pierre looks tired. His mouth is open. He's swinging for the fence way too much.
Mike Vallas fighting in the blue gloves. Looks like he has a tattoo of a tattoo around his neck. It looks like maybe some dog tag, so maybe military. That's just a guess.
I think it's more rosary beads.
Is it? I couldn't see it. Both fighters pushed up against the cage.
He needs to let that thing go. He's just going to wear himself out.
With about 10 seconds left to go, and we saw that what happened in the last fight, and there's the end of round number 1.
Look, Pierre could barely stand right now. He was throwing way too hard.
Now tonight, folks, if you are catching this, and of course one of the major sponsors tonight, the folks over at Park at 14th, they are going to be throwing the after party tonight. And if you go and you say you were at Conflict 27, boom, through the front door. Say you're at Conflict 27, you get a wristband, you go to the 4th floor, and there is the VIP room for the folks over at the Park at 14th.
The Park is a very nice club. Very nice.
Hadn't been there, I'd like to go see it.
I will be going.
Let's rewind to last fight there, what we saw between Alvin Mercer and Ray Friedman. What happened with Alvin Mercer catching him with 1 second left to go, and the fight was not stopped during the fight.
Yeah.
It was stopped in between rounds because Ray Friedman could not continue.
He could not continue, exactly. He was basically out on his feet.
Right. So it was not a stoppage.
It was a very smart stoppage by the referee.
Correct.
It was after the bell rang.
Right. He was, and as I got up into the ring and got over there,
he was out.
He was, when I say cold, he was out and didn't know where he was.
Those are dog tags. Maybe you have better eyes than me. He might be military. You're right.
And at some point in time throughout this whole show, let's see if we can't isolate that back there, producers, where Cisco said I was right.
Let's do that.
I don't get to hear that very often.
Let's edit that out.
I don't get to hear that very often. Start of round number 2, they just throw haymakers.
Swinging.
just haymakers. I mean,
I don't even know how to commentate on this. I'm sorry.
Here's what happens when Mike Vallas throws a right or a left. He's so tall.
Yeah,
it looks slow. You see it coming.
It doesn't look anything. It's the slowest thing I've ever seen.
Pierre's throwing and rights and lefts with him, and they're not connecting. It's just a lot of wind.
Pierre's gonna be so mad when he sees this.
And it's cold in here already, fellas. You don't need to create any more wind.
What is going on?
And right now, I don't know. At this point in time, if they were on the ground, at least Tom could stand them up.
What are you falling into? What does he have there? He's going for another heel hook.
Now Mike Vallas is saying something that Pierre has done to him.
That
could be trouble.
Pop his.
That could be trouble. Mike Vallas.
It's not worth it, kid. Pierre's not going to be able to walk.
And
that is really dangerous.
He rolled it over, and I thought that it was just going to snap.
Pop, yeah.
And Pierre's trying to do. I don't know. I've never seen this move before. How do?
He's going for an angle lock. He just doesn't really know how to do an angle lock.
I love that our producers here just get a kick out of us trying to call this fight. Tim's just giggling because we don't even know.
He's going for a straight angle lock. But
okay. I'm looking at this and going, I've never seen that before.
The guys at MMA Sport haven't taught him how to do that yet. I'm going to get so much flack for that.
Mike Vallas is now taking control. He's laying on top, Pierre on the bottom. It doesn't look like he's trying to guard anything. He's just laying there.
I'm going to say this right now. That is not Pedro Sauer Jiu-Jitsu. They come from a Pedro Sauer school.
Mike Vallas throwing a couple of rights, connecting to the left side of Pierre's head, who is on the bottom. Now trying to get into that full guard. Mike Vallas on top. And let me tell you, 6'3", 185 laying on you.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
This is the point in time if you're Pierre Amon, you're just going, you know what, I need to rest.
Yeah.
This is not the time that I need to try to throw 185, 190 pounds, 6'3" off of me.
Mike needs to be passing, going to mount. Pierre needs to be doing something, not going against the fence. That's the worst place you could be right now is going against that fence.
Right up against the cage, both fighters over there along the edge of the cage and right over in the red corner. So this might work out for Pierre. He's right over there by his corner. They could probably help him get out of this mess.
Yeah.
I mean, some kind of coaching has to be going on, and of course we can't hear it over there. Now,
actually, his corner's saying, "Oh no, he's saying nothing." Oh, Pierre needs to get out of there.
Now Vallas has sat up, throwing rights to the left side of Pierre's head. Now he's throwing lefts to the right side of his head. And Pierre looks exhausted to me.
Pierre needs to be, he was throwing a lot of heavy bumps in the beginning.
Pierre looks exhausted. There's the end of round number 2 as we head into round number 3. This will be the first fight that we've at least seen go into round number 3 this evening here.
No, we saw one going to 3. It just lasted 2 minutes into 3.
I keep getting harassed by women, which is probably not the worst thing in the world.
It is absolutely not.
So as the corners come out, of course, I don't know what you're going to be telling either one of these fighters. Hey, just rest.
Stop doing what you did the last 2 rounds.
Look, this has got to change.
Don't do what you did last round.
Mike Vallas sitting over there. I mean, let me tell you, when somebody 6'3" is sitting on one of those stools, compared to when we saw George Billy, who's 5'2", sitting on the stool.
He looks like George Billy standing.
Yeah, seriously, George Billy's feet didn't touch the mat.
Yeah, George, I'm not saying any of this.
He was swinging his feet.
George.
I wouldn't say it to his face. Well, let me tell you how tall this kid. What happens over there, Makito? Does
I wonder what happens when they spar. Right?
I'm about to say, does George Billy get to spar Mike Vallas? 6'3" versus 5'2"?
George will probably get the best of him, just with the takedowns alone.
Here we go. Tom Lawler gets the cage all locked up, both corners out. The start of round number 3. Tom cranks it up.
Can the fighters hear me? Because they keep giving me these looks.
Pierre Amon. Well, they just know because now they've had a chance to go back and listen to the last fight.
Okay. Yeah, they know.
Right. So before we weren't doing this play-by-play. This is the 3rd time we've done the play-by-play. Now the guys are like, you know what? They're talking about me.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're right.
Yeah,
we are. So don't come out here with any weak sauce now that we're doing the play-by-play. A couple of rights. Mike Vallas throws it at the same time. Pierre, they connected. Pierre said something to Mike Vallas
he said, come on.
Mike Vallas is going to help him.
Right now it's 1-1. Whoever wins this round wins the fight. So they need to stop talking and start fighting.
Mike Vallas in the blue gloves. Pierre Amon in the red gloves. Both fighters standing toe-to-toe. Not a lot of action in the middle of the ring.
Mike Vallas looks a little less tired.
Remember this fight, whoa, large lefts.
These guys are just throwing for the fences.
Both of them threw one. Pierre threw his first left.
I think if one of them throws a straight punch, then
they'd connect.
They'd connect and maybe win the fight.
Both of them, when they throw their punches, are just throwing them like coming up from southeast around through northwest.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing has gone straight through. It's definitely coming
They
up.
definitely are not coming north-south. They're never going all the way around. That's actually
Vallas on top of Pierre at this point in time. Pierre Amon just looks so tired.
Yeah, he looks exhausted. He's trying to throw way too many haymakers instead of throwing straight punches, staying relaxed, and now he's on his back, and this is not the best place for Pierre. I trained with him. His ground just isn't there. I don't know about Vallas, but it looks like he's not trying to pass. He's literally just trying to hold Pierre there, maybe pepper him a little bit.
And I don't really feel like he's not doing something because he's really that exhausted. Yeah. I just think maybe they just don't know.
Yeah, neither one of them knows what they're doing on the ground whatsoever. And you have no idea how much trouble you're getting me in right now.
All of this.
Oh, he's got the Kimura.
Let's see if Vallas can.
I don't know what he has no idea what he. Oh no, he's off to this.
And Vallas had that.
Yeah, he absolutely had that. There was no reason for him to get turned.
Just keeps his position and stands strong there. The fight's over.
Vallas has set up an easy triangle here, but again,
this is just a lack of knowledge. First time fighting. Mike Vallas in the blue gloves, of course, is on the bottom.
Pierre should be a little bit more versed. He's 4 fights in. This is 5th fight.
Yes. This is his 5th fight that we've seen him here.
And Mike Vallas, this is his first fight. And
Pierre Amon on tight, Mike Vallas on the bottom. Kind of slow going here. Both fighters in the middle of the ring trying to gain some ground.
The referee should probably stand him up at this point. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds left. Tom Lawler just says, you know what? We'll let him finish it out. He gets his hand free. Can't really throw a fight. Got a block from Vallas, and that's it. That's the end of the fight.
Who do you got winning that?
I
think Vallas won just from the takedown.
Yeah. As I look at that, I would have to go Vallas just sheer from. But
whoever did the most nothing.
Pierre ends up on top. Who knows?
That's true with these judges. No offense, guys.
Yeah, Pierre ends up on top a couple of times. He ended up on top at the end of round number 2. He ended up on top of round number 3. So who knows?
Yeah.
We'll go get the cards. We'll figure it out and come right back right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the scorecard. Winner, split decision, out of the blue corner, Mike Vallas. Great fight, gentlemen. Don't forget tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after we leave here at the EchoStage, the great folks over at the park at 14th, that's where the after party is going to be. Stop over, see my main man Ryan over there. You guys go up. They're handing out cards. If you don't have a card, doesn't matter. Just say you were at Conflict 27 tonight.
they'll let you through the front door. We'll try to get you up to the VIP lounge up on the 4th floor. So make sure after the event tonight here at EchoStage, you head over to the park at 14th.